Welcome to Dark Archive, where we uncover the darkest chapters in human history, the wars, coups, assassinations, and political secrets that shaped the world we live in today. In this episode, we explore the assassination of a man who led a nation to freedom without war, a man who stood for peace in a time of violence, and whose death would shock the entire world. This is the story of the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. If you enjoy dark stories from history, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next episode. By the late 1940s, the long struggle for independence in India had finally come to an end. But freedom did not arrive with peace. Instead, it came with divisions, as the land was split into India and Pakistan in what became known as the Partition of India, an event that triggered one of the largest and most violent migrations in human history. Communities that had lived side by side for generations suddenly turned against one another, as waves of violence spread across cities and villages, leaving hundreds of thousands dead and millions displaced. Trains arrived filled with bodies, and entire families were forced to flee with nothing but what they could carry. In the midst of this chaos stood Mahatma Gandhi, a man who refused to abandon his beliefs in nonviolence, even as the world around him descended into brutality. While others called for retaliation, Gandhi called for restraint, moving from place to place, fasting and pleading for peace, urging Hindus and Muslims to see each other not as enemies but as fellow human beings. But not everyone saw him as a hero. To some, his message of unity had begun to look like weakness, and his effort to protect minority communities were viewed as betrayal. Among those who grew increasingly opposed to him was Nathuram Godse, a man who believed that Gandhi's actions were harming India and undermining its future. By January 1948, that belief had hardened into something dangerous. Of January 30th, 1948, in New Delhi, Gandhi made his way slowly toward a prayer meeting supported by those around him, his body weakened from repeated fasts. A crowd had gathered, as it so often did, to catch a glimpse of the man who had become a symbol of peace. As he walked through the gathering, Nathuram Godse stepped forward, blending into the crowd, his intentions hidden in plain sight. For a brief moment, nothing seemed out of place as he approached Gandhi and bowed slightly, as if in respect. Then, without warning, he raised a pistol and fired 3 shots at close range. The sound shattered the calm of the evening as Gandhi collapsed. It is said that his final words were, "Hey Ram," a quiet prayer as his life came to an end. The man who had fought an empire without violence had been killed by it. The assassination of Mahatma Gandhi sent shockwaves across India and the rest of the world, as millions mourned the loss of a man who had come to represent peace, resistance, and moral courage. Yet, his death also reveals the depth of division that remained, even in a moment of freedom, showing how easily hope can be overshadowed by hatred. Gandhi's legacy would endure, but his loss marked one of the most tragic and symbolic moments in modern history. Thank you for watching Dark Archive. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more exploration into the wars, coups, assassinations, and hidden moments that shaped our world.